Hi Jake, I've been diving into our accounting materials and it's fascinating how it all concept to managing companies.
I know, right? Accounting really is the backbone of any business. It helps in tracking financial performance and making strategic decisions.
Exactly. I learned that the basic financial statement, like the balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement, are essential for understanding a company's health.
Absolutely. The balance sheet gives a snapshot of what a company owns and owes at a specific point in time, which is crucial for assessing its financial stability.
And the income statement show how much money the company made or lost over a period. It's vital for evaluating profitability.
Right, plus the cash flow statement is important because it tracks the actual cash coming in and going out. A company can be profitable but still face cash flow issues.
That's a great point. I think understanding this statement is key for anyone looking to work in management. It helps in making informed decisions.
Definitely, accounting principles like GAAP or IFRS ensure that financial reporting is consistent and transparent, which builds trust with investors and stakeholders.
Exactly. It's interesting how accounting isn't just about numbers, it's about storytelling through financial data. It helps managers understand where to allocate resources.
For sure. And with the rise of technology, many companies are using accounting software to streamline processes, which are changing the landscape of the profession.
That's true. It means the future accountant needs to be tech savvy and adaptable to new tools and systems.
I think it's also important for us to understand the ethical implication in accounting. Transparency and integrity are crucial in maintaining company reputation.
Absolutely. As future managers, we need to ensure that we uphold ethical standards in financial reporting.
I'm excited about how accounting ties into overall company management. It is vital skill set for any business leader.
Me too. Let's keep exploring this concept as we prepare for our careers in management. Hey Tom, have you thought more about pursuing a career in accounting? I think it's such a vital field for managing companies.
Absolutely, Rachel. Accounting is essential for any business. It's all about understanding financial health and making informed decisions.
Exactly. I've learned that accounts play a crucial role in preparing financial statements, which are key for assessing a company performance.
Right. And it's not just about crunching numbers. Accountants also help in budgeting and forecasting, which are critical for strategic planning.
That's a great point. I think many people don't realize how much impact accountants have on a company's success. They ensure the resources are allocated efficiently.
Definitely, plus, with regulation and compliance, accountants help companies avoid legal issues. It's a lot of responsibility.
And let's not forget about the different career paths in accounting. You can work in public accounting, corporate accounting, or even specialists in areas like tax or audit.
Exactly. I'm particularly interested in forensic accounting. It's fascinating how they investigate financial discrepancies and fraud.
That's a unique path. I've also heard that obtaining a CPA license can significantly enhance job prospects and credibility in fields.
For sure, the CPA designation is highly respected and open up many doors. It shows you have the expertise and commitment to the profession.
I think internships are also crucial. Gaining practical experience while studying can really set you apart when applying for jobs.
Absolutely. Internship provide valuable insight into the day-to-day operation of accounting and help work of professional at work.
And networking is a key in this field. Building relationships with professionals can lead to job opportunities and mentorship.
Definitely, I'm excited about the potential in accounting. It's stable career with plenty of growth opportunities.
Me too. Let's keep each other motivated as we navigate our studies and career path in accounting.
Sound like a plan. We can do this together.
Hi Liam, I've been reading a lot about bookkeeping lately. It's fascinating how crucial it is for managing a company finances.
Absolutely, Emma. Bookkeeping is the backbone of financial management. It involves recording all financial transactions which help in tracking the company performance.
Exactly. I learned that accurate bookkeeping is essential for preparing financial statements. Without it, companies can make informed decisions.
Right. And it's not just about recording transactions. Bookkeepers also help in budgeting and forecasting, which are vital for strategic planning.
That's a great point. I think many people underestimate the role of bookkeepers. They ensure that everything is organized and compliant with regulation.
Definitely, plus, with the rise of technology, many companies are using accounting software to streamline bookkeepers' processes. It's changing the landscape to the profession.
True. This means that bookkeepers need to be tech savvy. Familiarity with software like QuickBooks or Xero is becoming essential for employment in this field.
And let's not forget about the job opportunities. Many businesses, from small startup to large corporation, need skilled bookkeepers.
Exactly. It's a stable career choice. Plus, with experience, bookkeepers can advise to roles like accounting manager or financial analysis.
That's a great career path. I've also heard that some bookkeepers choose to become self-employed, offering their services to multiple clients.
Yes, freelancing can provide flexibility and the chance to work with various industries. It's an appealing option for many.
I think it is important for anyone considering a career in bookkeeping to understand the fundamental of accounting and finance. If really set a strong foundation.
Absolutely, and networking is a key. Building relationship in the industry can lead to job opportunities and valuable insight.
For sure, I am excited about the potential in this field. Let's keep exploring our options and maybe even take a bookkeeping course together.
That sounds like a plan. I'm looking forward to it. Hey Jordan, I've been studying the difference between tax accounting and GAAP. And it's really interesting how they serve different purposes.
I know tax accounting focuses on preparing tax returns and ensuring compliance with tax laws, while GAAP is all about standardizing financial reporting for investors and stakeholders.
Exactly. GAAP provides a framework for financial statements, ensuring consistency and transparency, which is crucial for public companies.
And tax accounting can be more flexible. It allows for different methods of depreciation and expense recognition, which can affect a company's taxable income.
That's a great point. It's interesting how companies can use this difference to their advantage when planning their finance.
For sure, but it is important to remember that while tax accounting can optimize tax liabilities, GAAP compliance is essential for maintaining investor trust.
Absolutely. Speaking of trust, I've also been looking into how this accounting practice affect pay and benefit in the industry.
Right. Accountants who specialize in tax accounting often have different career paths compared to those focuses on GAAP. Tax accountant might work in firms that specialize in tax services.
And those working with GAAP often find roles in corporate finance or public accounting firms, which can lead to higher salaries due to the demand for compliance expertise.
Exactly. Plus, many companies offer competitive benefits for accountants, including bonuses, health insurance, and retirement plans.
I've heard that some firms even provide continuing education benefit to help accountants stay updated on the tax law and GAAP change.
That is true. It's a great way for companies to invest in their employees and ensure they have the latest knowledge and a constantly changing field.
I think understanding both tax accounting and GAAP is crucial for anyone looking to advance in their accounting career. It opens up more opportunities.
Definitely, let's keep exploring this topic as we prepare for our future careers in accounting.
Hey Mark, I've been diving into management accounting lately, and it's really fascinating how it supports decision making in business.
I know, management accounting is all about providing relevant financial information to managers to help them make informed decisions.
Exactly. Unlike financial accounting, which focuses on external reporting, management accounting is more about internal processes and future planning.
Right. It involves budgeting, forecasting, and performance evaluation. These tools are essential for effective resources allocation.
I learned that management accountants often use various techniques, like variance analysis, to compare actual performance against budgeted figures.
That is a great point. Variance analysis help identify areas where the company is underperforming, allowing managers to take corrective action.
And let's not forget about cost accounting. It's a key component of management accounting that help business understand their cost and profitability.
Absolutely. By analyzing fixed and variable costs, companies can make better pricing decisions and improve their overall efficiency.
I also find it interesting how management accounting supports strategic planning. It provides insight that help in setting long-term goals.
For sure, it's all about aligning financial goals with the company. Overall strategy management accountant play a crucial role in that process.
And with the rise of technology, management accountants are now using advanced data analytic tools to engage their decision-making capabilities.
Exactly. Being tax savvy is becoming increasingly important in this field. It allows accountants to analyze large data set, and provide actionable insight.
I think understanding management accounting is essential for anyone looking to pursue a career in business management. It's all about driving performance.
Definitely, let's keep exploring this concept as we prepare for our future careers in management accounting.
Hey David, I've been thinking about how technology is changing the way we prepare and analyze financial statements. It's pretty fascinating.
Absolutely, Sarah. Technology has revolutionized financial reporting with accounting software. Preparing financial statement has become much more efficient.
Exactly. Programs like QuickBooks and Xero automate many processes, reducing the chance of human error and saving time.
And let's not forget about cloud computing. It allows real-time access to financial data from anywhere, which a game changer for businesses.
Right. This means that manager can make informed decisions based on the most current financial information, rather than relying on outdated reports.
I also find it interesting how technology enables better data visualization. Tools like Tableau can create interactive dashboards that make financial data easier to understand.
That's a great point. Visual representation of financial statements can help stakeholders quick grasp key insight and trends.
And with the rise of big data analytics, companies can analyze vast amounts of financial data to identify patterns and forecast future performance.
Exactly. Predictive analytics can help business anticipate market change and adjust their strategy accordingly.
I think it's also important to consider the security aspect. With more financial data being stored online, companies need to ensure they have robust cybersecurity measures in place.
Absolutely. Protecting sensitive financial information is crucial to maintaining trust with clients and stakeholders.
And as technology continues to evolve, I believe we'll see even more innovation in how financial statements are prepared and analyzed.
Definitely. Understanding the intersection of financial statement and technology will be essential for our future career in accounting.
For sure, let's keep exploring these topics as we prepare for our professional journeys.
Hey Ryan, I've been studying auditing and it's interesting how it plays a crucial role in ensuring that orders and transactions are properly recorded.
Absolutely, Emily. Auditing helps verify that companies' financial statements are accurate and comply with regulation. Is all about building trust.
Exactly. I learned that auditors examine order and transactions to ensure they are legitimate and properly documented. This helps prevent fraud.
Right. And it's not just about checking numbers. Auditors also assess the effectiveness of internal control related to order processing.
That's a great point. Strong internal controls can help ensure that orders are fulfilled accurately and that inventory is managed properly.
And let's not forget about compliance. Auditors ensure that companies adhere to laws and regulation, which is essential for maintaining their reputation.
Definitely. I think the relationship between auditing and order is critical, especially in industries with strict regulatory requirements.
For sure, In sectors like healthcare or finance, the accuracy of order can have significant implications for compliance and operational efficiency.
I also find it interesting how a technology is changing the auditing landscape. Tools like data analytics can help auditors analyze large volumes of order data more effectively.
Exactly. With advanced analytics, auditor can identify trends and anomalies in order processing, making the audit process more efficient.
And as business increasingly rely on e-commerce, auditors need to adapt to new challenges related to online orders and digital transactions.
Absolutely. Understanding the nuances of auditing in the context of order is essential for future auditor. It is all about ensuring accuracy and compliance.
I'm excited to learn more about this as we continue our studies. It's such an important aspect of accounting and business management.
Me too. Let's keep discussing this topic as we prepare for our careers in auditing.
Hey Mark, I heard you just got back from a business trip. How did you manage your budget?
Hey Jessica, it was great, but I had to be careful with my expenses. I found some effective ways to keep my travel budget in check.
That's awesome. What tips do you have for budget business travel?
First, I always book my flights in advance. Prices tend to go up as the departure date approaches, so planning ahead really helps.
That makes sense. I've also heard that being flexible with travel dates can save a lot of money.
Exactly. If you can adjust your travel dates by a day or two, you might find cheaper flights. I also use fare comparison website to find the best deal.
Great tip. What about accommodation? Hotel can be a big expense.
I agree. I usually look for budget-friendly hotels or consider using platforms like Airbnb. Sometimes you can find great deal on short-term rental.
That's smart. I've also heard that staying slightly outside the city center can save money, as long as you have good transport options.
Definitely, and I always check if the hotel offers free breakfast. It can save you a meal, which adds up over time.
Good point. What about transportation while you're there?
I prefer using public transportation whenever possible. It is usually much cheaper than taxis or rideshare. Plus, it gives you a chance to see the city.
I love that idea. And what about meals? Business travel can get pricey with dining out.
I try to stick to daily meal budget. I often look for local eateries instead of expensive restaurants. It's a great way to experience the local culture too.
That's a great approach. Do you keep track of your expense while traveling?
Absolutely. I use an expense tracking app to log everything in real time. It helps me stay within my budget and make filling expense report easier.
Those are fantastic tips, Mark. I'll definitely keep them in my mind for my next business trip.
Glad to have. Budgeting for travel doesn't have to be stressful if you plan ahead.
Hey Tom, I was thinking about how important payroll is for employee satisfaction, especially when it comes to entertain and perks.
Absolutely, Sarah. Payroll is not just about salaries. It's also about how companies can use their budget to enhance employee engagement through entertainment.
Exactly. When employees feel valued and fairly compensated, they are more likely to participate in company events and activities.
Right. And offering entertainment options like team outing or wellness program can boost morale and foster a positive work environment.
I've noticed that companies that invest in employee entertainment often see higher productivity levels. Happy employees tend to be more motivated.
That is true. Plus, when payroll includes bonuses or incentive for participation in entertainment activities, it encourages more employees to join in.
Speaking of bonuses, I think it's important for companies to communicate clearly about how payroll works, including any entertainment-related perks.
Definitely, transparency is payroll help build trust. Employees should know what benefit they are entitled to and how they can take advantage of them.
And let's not forget about the role of payroll in planning events. A well-managed payroll system can help allocate funds for entertainment activities effectively.
Exactly. It ensures that the company stays within budget while still providing enjoyable experiences for employees.
I also think that incorporating feedback for employees about entertainment options can make a big difference. It shows that the company values their input.
Absolutely. When employees feel heard, they are more likely to engage in activities and contribute to a positive workplace culture.
In the end, payroll and entertainment go hand in hand. A well-structured payroll system can engage employee satisfaction and retention.
For sure, it's all about creating a balanced work environment where employees feel appreciated and motivated to contribute.
I'm glad we had this conversation. It's important to recognize how payroll impacts not just finance but also employee engagement. Hi Alex, I've been reading about international accounting and it's fascinating how it impacts global sales strategies.
Absolutely, Mia. International accounting involves understanding different accounting standards like GAAP and IFRS, which can vary significantly from country to country.
Exactly. Companies need to adapt their financial reporting to comply with local regulation when entering new markets. It's crucial for building trust with international stakeholders.
Right. And this compliance is essential not just for legal reasons, but also for effective marketing strategies. Accurate financial data help business understand their market position.
That's a great point. When companies have a clear picture of their financial health, they can make informed decisions about pricing and promotional strategies in different regions.
For sure. I also learned that cultural differences can affect how products are marketed internationally. What works in one country might not resonate in another.
Absolutely. Understanding local custom and consumer behavior is key. International accountants often work closely with marketing teams to ensure financial strategies align with market needs.
And let's not forget about currency exchange rates. They can significantly impact pricing strategies and provide margin when selling internationally.
Exactly. Companies need to account for fluctuation in exchange rates to maintain profitability. This is where international accounting plays a vital role.
I think It is also important for businesses to have a solid risk management strategy in place. International markets can be unpredictable.
Definitely, by analyzing financial data and market trends, companies can mitigate risk and adapt their selling strategies accordingly.
In the end, international accounting and selling are interconnected. A strong understanding of both can lead to successful global operation.
I couldn't agree more. Let's keep exploring this concept as we prepare for our future career in international business. Hey Jake, I've been thinking a lot about the future of accounting and how innovation is shaping the profession. It's really exciting.
I know, right? Technology is transforming accounting in so many ways. Automation and artificial intelligence are at the forefront of this change.
Exactly. With AI, tasks like data entry and sufficient categorization can be automated, allowing accountants to focus on more strategic activities.
For sure, Emma. This shift means that accountants will need to develop new skills, especially in data analysis and interpretation. It's not just about crunching numbers anymore.
That's a great point. I think the role of accountant will evolve into more a business advisor, helping companies make informed decisions based on financial data.
Absolutely, Emma. And with innovation like blockchain, the way we handle transactions and maintain record is changing too. It enhances transparency and security.
Right. Blockchain can reduce fraud and errors, which is a huge benefit for the accounting profession. It's exciting to think about how it will streamline processes.
And let's not forget about cloud computing. It allows for real-time access to financial data, making collaboration easier for teams across different locations.
Exactly. This means that accountants can work more efficiently and provide timely insight to their client on organization.
I also think that the future of accounting will see a greater emphasis on sustainability and corporate social responsibility. Accountants will play a key role in reporting on this initiative.
Definitely. As businesses become more focused on their environmental impact, accountants will need to develop metrics to measure and report on sustainability effort.
And the end, Emma, the future of accounting is all about embracing innovation. Those who adopt to these changes will thrive in the profession.
I couldn't agree more. It's an exciting time to enter the field. Let's keep exploring these trends as we prepare for our career in accounting. Hey Mark, I've been trying to wrap my head around the difference between amortization and depreciation of our accounting class. It's a bit confusing.
Hey Lisa, I totally get that. They both relate to allocating the cost of an asset over time, but they apply to different types of asset.
Exactly. I learned that depreciation is used for tangible asset, like machinery or physical. It reflects the wear and tear on those physical items.
Right, Lisa. Depreciation helps businesses account for the reduction in value of their asset over time. There are different methods for calculating its straight line or declining balance.
That's a good point. I think the straight line method is the simplest, where you spread the cost evenly over the asset useful life.
Yes, and the declining balance method accelerates the expense, allowing for larger deduction in the earlier years of the asset life.
Now, what about amortization? I know it's for intangible asset, but can you give me some examples?
Sure, Lisa. Amortization is used for things like patents, copyright, or trademarks. It spreads the cost of this intangible asset over their useful life, similar to depreciation.
Got it. So, while depreciation deals with physical asset, amortization focuses on non-physical asset. They both help business match expense with revenue.
Exactly, Lisa. And one key difference is that amortization typically uses the straight line method, while depreciation can use various methods.
That makes sense. I also learned that both amortization and depreciation are important for financial reporting. They affect a company's net income and tax liabilities.
Absolutely. By the properly accounting for this expense, companies can present a more accurate picture of their financial health.
Thanks for clarifying that. I feel much more confident about understanding amortization and depreciation now.
No problem, Lisa. It's always good to have each other out. Let's keep reviewing this concept as we prepare for our exam.
Hey David, I've been reading about counting currency and I find it really interesting how it impacts financial reporting.
Absolutely, Sarah. Accounting currency refers to the currency in which a company records its financial transaction. It is crucial for accurate financial reporting.
Exactly. I learned that companies usually use their financial currency, which is the currency of the primary economic environment in which they operate.
Right, Sarah. For example, if a company primarily conducts business in the US, it would likely use the US dollar as its accounting currency.
But what happens when a company operates in multiple countries? How do they handle different currencies?
Good question, Sarah. Companies that operate internationally often have to deal with foreign currencies. They need to convert those transactions into their accounting currency for reporting purposes.
I see. This is where exchange rate come into play. Fluctuation in exchange rate can significantly impact the financial statement.
Exactly. Companies must be careful when converting foreign currency transactions. Exchanges in exchange rates can lead to gain or losses.
And I learned that there are specific accounting standards like IFRS and GAAP that provide guidelines on how to handle foreign currency transactions.
Yes, Sarah. For instance, under IFRS, companies must translate foreign operation financial statement into their reporting currency using the closing exchange rate.
That's important for ensuring consistency and transparency in financial reporting. It helps investors understand the company's financial position.
Absolutely, Sarah. Understanding accounting currency is essential for anyone looking to work in international business or finance.
I couldn't agree more. It's fascinating how currency impacts not just accounting, but also business strategy and decision making.
Yes, definitely. Let's keep exploring this concept as we prepare for our exam. It is critical area in accounting, Sarah.
Hey Jake, I've been analyzing profit trend for our finance project, and it's fascinating how they can indicate a company's future performance.
Absolutely, Emily. Profit trends show how a company profitability has changed over time, which can help us predict future earnings.
Exactly. I learned that by examining historical profit margin, we can identify patterns and make informed forecasts about future profitability.
Right, Emily. But it's important to look at both gross profit and net profit trends. Gross profit show how efficiently a company produces its goods, while net profit reflects overall profitability after all expenses.
That's a great point. I also think it's crucial to consider external factors that can impact profit trends, like market condition and economic change.
Definitely, Sarah. For instance, during economic downturns, consumer spending might decrease, affecting a company's sales and ultimately its profit.
And let's not forget about industry trends. Some sectors may experience growth while others decline, which can significantly impact profitability.
Exactly. But companies need to stay agile and adopt their strategies based on this trend. For example, investing in technology can improve efficiency and boost profit margin.
I also learned that analyzing profit trends can help business identify their strengths and weaknesses. It's a valuable tool for strategic planning.
Absolutely, Emily. By understanding which product or services are most profitable, companies can focus their resources and what drive the most revenue.
And with the rise of data analytics, business can now track profit trend in real time, allowing for quicker decision making.
That game changer. Real-time data can help companies respond to work in finance or business management. It's all about making informed decisions for the future growth.
In the end, understanding profit trend is essential for everyone looking to work in finance or business management. It's all about making informed decisions for future growth.
I couldn't agree more. Let's keep exploring this concept as we prepare for our project. It's such an important area in finance.
Hey Tom, I've been thinking about how financial accounting plays a crucial role in decision making for business. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely, Sarah. Financial accounting provides essential information that help managers and stakeholders make informed decisions about the company financial health.
Exactly. The financial statement, like the balance sheet, income statement, and close statement, offer a comprehensive view of the company performance.
Right. For instance, the income statement shows profitability over a specific period, which help management assess whether they are meeting their financial goal.
And the balance sheet provides a snapshot of assets, liabilities, and equity at a given time. It's crucial for understanding the company's financial position.
Exactly, Sarah. This information is vital for making decisions about investment, financing, and resource allocation. It helps managers determine where to cut costs of where to invest more.
I also think that financial accounting aids in budgeting and forecasting. By analyzing past financial data, companies can create more accurate budget for the future.
Definitely, Sarah. This predictive aspect allows business to plan for growth and manage cash flow effectively, which is essential for long-term sustainability.
And let's not forget about external stakeholders like investors and creditors. They rely on financial accounting to assess the company's viability and make investment decisions.
Absolutely, Sarah. Transparent financial reporting builds trust with investors, which can lead to better financing options and lower cost of capital.
Moreover, financial accounting helps in compliance with regulation. Accurate financial reporting ensures that companies adhere to laws and standards, avoiding legal issues.
That is a good point. In summary, financial accounting is fundamental for effective decision making and financial management. It provides the data needed to drive strategic initiatives.
I couldn't agree more. Understanding how financial accounting influences decision making is essential for anyone pursuing a career in finance or business management.
Definitely, Sarah. Let's keep discussing this concept as we prepare for our exam. It's such an important area in accounting.